So there we are, we've got a new arrival, Ritmüller RS122, 120 centimetres high. And I've just given it its first tune. It's had a week or two to settle in. And we're also going to have to do some fine regulation because some of the hammers in their actual finishing position, you'll find one where it was. Yeah, some of them are striking too far back. Should be a finger's width, and that's double the back place it should be. A lot of them are doing the same. So I've got to regulate that, and also there's some regulation here to do. You see that green base felt there, that's moving. That should move the same time like that with the hammer. There's the hammer. Should move the same time. That's the space, and that's adjusted. Well, I don't know if you can see it, that capstan there, that's got to be turned, and they're all like it. So it just shows you a new piano that does have to be set up. You can't just take them as gospel that it's all been fixed. You can see that one, that's all the same. They all need regulating. And what that actually does, the hammer resting in the wrong place and the sloppiness there, just really affects the sensitivity. And then you got almost a bit of blubber in there as well. You see the hammer twitching around when it's hit the string because I'm playing quite lightly. So that means that check isn't checking properly and it's not catching that leather there on the hammer. So it's blubbering. Other than that, I think, yep, the dampers are raising off the strings. I'm pressing down on the pedal, and then they rise. So there's not too much tension on there, and they're lifting off nicely. The pedal's nice and quiet. The tuning wasn't too bad either. These are great pianos, the RS122, the RS version of the Ritmüllers. You've got the core mahogany there, hardwood mahogany. You can see this one a bit better there. Core mahogany and layered felts, underfelted there. And it's a really good quality Swiss German felts, really good and compact, but very mellow. More mellow than the Kawais. These are more European sounding, these Ritmüllers. This is the Kawai for comparison with the RS122. This is a Kawai K300. Here we go. And this is brand new as well. Just quite a bit harder than the. By the way, if you're wondering what these are, if you ever see these are. I'm very paranoid about Moth. So Moth can get in between the keys. They'll also get inside the action as well. There's the dog. Hello. Yeah. The Moth can get in between the keys. The dog can't. And it lays its eggs, and the eggs then hatch, and it's the larvae which then will eat the felts. And they start underneath the keys, and you'll see uneven keys. And the keys will all be different heights like that. And then they get to work on inside the action, and then you start hearing clicking notes, and then basically they start on everything else as well in there. So these basically deter the moth. They actually kill the moth actually. And they've got a nice smell about them as well, not like the old mothballs. So they're quite handy to deter the moth. Very good. Here I'm just going to show you, this is the tool I have to use on this particular model piano. I prefer to use a spike, but this capstan, let me just find one I need to do. That's what I've just done. You can see they're both moving at the same time. Now I'll get the key out. Whey! Here's the key. The trouble with these capstans, they're not my favourite ends to capstans because they're a bit harder to work on. It's like you need like a spanner. Actually, that's what this tool here is for. Here it is. So all we do, get that tool on there and lock it on, and just a little quarter turn, I think. And right, there we go. Ooh, just needs a little bit more, so I'll do that tiny bit more, just a mil, and just see it just moves just before the hammer butt there. Yeah, just twitch. So yeah, it takes that long, but you've got to do 88 of them. All of them need doing. So yeah, just that spike. The reason I don't like using that end and the adjustment like that down here, because it just doesn't work very well. When you try to lock it onto that bolt there, that just doesn't really work very well. Whereas when you get the spike is really easy. When there's a hole there, you normally have a hole in the capstan, and the spike's really easy to just slot into the hole and just turn. So you don't have to, basically you don't have to take the key out every time. Whereas this actually, I have to take every single key out to do the adjustment. So just a bit of a pain. And then now we're doing where the hammers are coming to blow, the angle, I'm trying to figure. And to adjust that, I've done one a bit too close there. You see that one on the left is fine, and the one on the right is just a tad too close. So the way I do that, it's hard to do one-handed, but I think I've done this before on videos, and I just pull. It's just it's a softish wire here, and we just pull these back a tad, and you have to basically move those backwards and forwards. And now I've gone too far. You see, like I said, it's very hard to do one-handed with the camera. I'm just going to try and do it one-handed. Nearly. There you go. Bang. So if it's too far back, the touch is going to feel all wrong, and if it's too close, sometimes if they get too close, they'll actually block the string, and the hammer will just hit the string and not return and just block the sound completely. But it just lightens the touch. Lovely. Just another note on that capstan raise there, when these don't move at the same time as the hammer, then what actually happens is you get excessive wear on this leather here, and it'll create more wear and tear a lot quicker with a lot of playing, and these leathers will wear out a lot quicker. So that's generally why we do that.